All right, man.
What's up?
It's now or never, man.
Let's go. Come on, let's record. 15
Now or
minutes. Let's
never.
go. Got a quick one.
45 minutes later.
Nope. Not today.
Technology.
I am tired.
I'm going to sleep right now after this conversation.
Let's make that an episode. Just sleeping.
Just two black guys
Sleeping.
Somebody's going to click like.
I understand.
Somebody's going to be like, I like
this is nice.
I like it. There's some twisted people out there. Let's get into it, man. Welcome to Products of Circumstance. It's a podcast with Ken, Skeen, and myself, Fenton Joseph. We've been offline for a bit. Life has been lifing, but we're back to talk to you about our personal development journeys. And hopefully you like, subscribe, and share with somebody on their personal development journey. I'm not even going to just say anything else. What's the topic of the day?
Anyone who tunes in every week, we didn't get a chance to record in 2 weeks now. Because life just kind of took over, right?
Yeah, it's been like 2 weeks. Yeah.
So I'll just talk on my end. It wasn't just Fenton with myself. Just life took over. Look, I got 4 kids. I'm married with 4 kids. We've got a side business, woodworking business called Skeen Concepts. Been making a lot of charcuterie boards. Charcuterie, as in like cheese boards, people. A lot of epoxy river cheese boards lately. And day job of a auto sales manager, and still on the course of launching or moving forward with my business coaching business, Kinetic Shift, and just regular routine daily life just kind of took over. I won't talk for Fenton, but I'm sure he's going through his newborn as well.
We got kids,
I've got a 16-year-old, a 14-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 15-month-old. Fenton's got a newborn and a baby. Also, Bella's still a baby in my eyes, your eyes as well. So life took over. We didn't get a chance to record, but on my end, just recentering ourselves and just remembering that people say math is not mathing. Well, life is just lifing, right? Life. You gotta just take time and I have been taking time to recenter. That is stretching in the mornings, meditation. I have not been. You know what? I have been journaling, because texting myself is still journaling, right? We've said this in previous episodes. I'm still journaling every day, but I have not written in my journal in probably 2 weeks, man. Just tired. My body still wakes up.
Ask me how long.
How long since you last journaled?
I don't know. I was hoping you remind me.
Nah, man.
You might know.
I'm just, you know what? I still wake up every day. My body still wakes up. I can go to bed at 11 o'clock at night. I can go to bed at 1 o'clock in the morning. And my eyes will still open up every day between 4:45 and 5:15. No alarm. I still wake up. I'm just, exhausted lately and just mentally drained and just tired. My arm got better, though. I pulled a muscle. I was on the beach.
Yeah, because last time your arm had a bubble in it, like a flat tire, like a tire about to pop.
Yeah, it's still there. I was supposed to go to the doctor today. I didn't go. I got busy with stuff. Doesn't sound very
I'm not judging. I was supposed to schedule a doctor's appointment like a couple weeks ago, and I just, every week it feels like there's a new excuse as to why not, the kid this and school and then, client work and so forth and so on. It's just like, it's hard. It's hard even just to take care of yourself.
Yes.
And I mean, like I said, I use the word excuse, intentionally. Like, I mean, it could have gotten done. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't take that long. Well, actually, that's a lie. It does take a while to schedule a doctor's appointment, which is probably why, part of the reason why I haven't gotten around to it. So I'm not judging at all, man. I get it.
Yeah, I know I need X-rays. The bubble's still there. It's about the size. It's a little bigger than a golf ball.
That's disgusting.
It's still there. I have motion. I have limited motion with my shoulder, but I don't know. Something's wrong. I know that something's wrong in there. They're gonna have to do X-rays. I'm not scared to go to a doctor. I'm not one of those people either. It's time. Time takes over.
So
The day takes over.
like an AirPod case in your arm.
But a bubble. Yeah, you know what? You see your microphone right there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's truly disgusting.
Yeah, that's what my wife said. She saw it yesterday. She's like, "You got to do something about that." I'm like, it doesn't hurt anymore. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
It is not
But again,
innocuous. Anyway,
we're
recentering
talking
yourself.
about recentering,
Let's
just
recenter the
recentering,
conversation.
and that's what I'm in. I'm not again. I won't talk for you, but I have been in the past couple of weeks just recentering, and I haven't taken my foot off the gas when it comes to Kinetic Shift. I've definitely not taken the foot off the gas when it comes to Skeen Concepts, the woodworking company we have. That's not the only thing it does, but that's my part of it, the woodworking. And again, working on the driftwood project, a couple driftwood projects.
Jerk when you feel out of sorts?
No, I'm not.
That's good.
No, I'm not a jerk.
I'm not
Actually,
either.
who might say that? I don't know. I guess it depends who you ask, but I don't think I am.
I wouldn't say that you are either, but I'm not married to you, so.
Right, exactly. So how have you been? I know it's we usually talk on a daily, but even those, like, if the audience doesn't know, Fenton and I have known each other. So that's wow, going on 30 years is how long we've known each other.
That's a long time.
Almost 30 years. All right.
I think you knew me before I knew you.
Well, you were always at the house with my brother because you were producing tracks. So we've known each other, but I mean, on a personal friendship level, it's more like the 20, maybe 23 to 25 year mark.
Something like that.
But we've known of each other for going on 30 years. But we talk, even a text, like, how you doing? Those in the past 2 weeks have been kind of for like, and again, we're the kind of friends where we don't have to talk for a year and pick up where we left off. And I love that. But
I've made a conscious effort just to reach out and say what up. Because between, you wake up in the morning, or I wake up in the morning, try to get the kid ready for school. I have one school-age child. I usually take her to school, make the lunch and stuff. My wife, does other things with her, and it's a tag team thing. And then there's a baby, and you can't just leave the baby lying on the floor defenseless. You have to, take care of her at the same time. So you got the two kids in the morning, you get them out the door. Sometimes, my wife might go to work. She might not work from home. So I got to get her out the door too, which means getting in the car. So the stroller's got to go in the car, and the car seat, and all this other stuff happens. It's wintertime, you don't just throw the kids in the car. They got to be bundled up. So you got to dress. So you get all that going. And, I get back home, me and the baby get back in the house. Baby's got to eat. Baby's got to be changed. All right, cool. We'll take care of that. Baby's got to be burped. All right. So between like walking back in the door, feeding her, that's if the bottles are ready, right? Because, sometimes you got to wash the bottles out. We got one of those baby Brezzas. The baby Brezza is amazing. The baby Brezza. We are not getting paid for this mention, but the baby Brezza makes the bottles for you. So it's actually on the phone as an app, and you can set the number of ounces. You can set the water temperature, everything. So you hit the button. We usually just do it manually these days, but when we first had the baby, middle of the night, you could be half asleep, hit the button, and the bottle's ready when you go into the kitchen and get it. It's amazing.
Wait. Is this the cleaning tool or like a milk thing?
No,
what
it
is
makes
that?
the bottle. So it's like formula,
right?
Bro, it's like a K cup in the machine, like a Keurig.
What?
So you put the bottle here,
Mm-hmm.
and the formula gets dispensed along with the warm water,
Mm-hmm.
and it goes into the bottle, and it's pre-mixed. Yeah, technology. When we had our first kid, we did not have that, right? So that was a struggle. But now you got technology. You just hit the button, bzzz, bottle's ready to go. But you got to clean it, every couple of uses and stuff. So that always gets in the way. It's like you go to hit the button and it's like bzz, beep, beep, beep. And it's like, oh gosh, darn it. It's like, I got to clean the different pieces, or it runs out of water, or you got to refill the formula. And, you're holding the baby, while you're trying to do that stuff. And then you got to put the baby down. So the baby starts crying while she's waiting for you to clean everything out. All right, cool. You do the bottle. Then, I don't know about other parents, but my kid doesn't leave me alone. Like, I can't just sit and work and just be on my laptop and you crazy. You got to hold her basically the whole time. You can't just hold the kid and she just sits there and does nothing. You have to keep her entertained. Goo, and raspberries. And so a couple hours goes by, and then it's basically time to pick up the kid from school. You go do that, bundle up the baby, put her in the stroller. I know this is long and drawn out, but this is just like how my days go, right?
I've got a question.
Shoot.
Are you listening to Icky Sticky 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 Bubble Gum?
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what that is, yo, Miss Rachel?
Nah, we don't do Miss Rachel.
Yo,
nah, we don't do Miss Rachel. Nah,
I think everyone in the house is like dancing to it lately.
Nah, we try to do. Well, the baby doesn't get anything right now because she's just a baby. So I try to keep her away from.
That's true. Yeah. We have a 15-month-old, so
yeah. Like dad might watch something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like while I'm chilling with the baby. But nah, she doesn't get anything. So, I'll see emails pop up that I can't really respond to, because I got like one hand, and work that I want to do that's just not getting done. That's really anxiety inducing. It's frustrating. I'll just speak freely. Like it's frustrating. Like I love my child. I do. It's
parents will understand.
It's really challenging because I work for myself. You know what I'm saying? It's like I say to my wife, and not to take anything away from her, I say, the direct deposit's going to hit. For you, your direct deposit's going to hit. If you got the baby with you and stuff, and I mean it in the best way. I don't mean it in any type of like negative way. I mean that like literally I don't make any money if I'm not working. Like I don't get paid because people like my beard. You know what I'm saying? Like I actually have to do stuff. And that sentiment, I imagine doesn't always come across, as being very like nuanced or loving. It's like, well, you basically get paid to do nothing. It's like, that's absolutely not what I'm saying. What I mean is that I only eat what I kill. There's no crumbs. You know what I'm saying? There's no freebies. That's it. And so that can be incredibly frustrating, especially as a husband, you know what I'm saying, and a father, and like you're doing your best, but you know what we signed up for, like we went through this with the first kid, and I knew that it was going to be a challenge to be productive. And I kind of tried to prepare for it with like, creating a new product, that's more automated and stuff. So, but it can only change so much. I still have to market that. I still have to close out projects. I still have to do everything, so that's pretty rough, and that's mentally taxing. And then, you might not be like getting up and doing anything physically all day long, but like by the time my wife gets home, like I'm mentally exhausted.
Yeah.
So then like that mental exhaustion turns into physical exhaustion, and dinner's got to be made, and I like to cook. I do the cooking. So I make dinner. And the next thing you know, it's like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. You put the kids to bed, and then it's like, all right, cool, I'm gonna get some work done. All right, but I'm fried. And what about my wife? You know what I'm saying? Like, what about just quality time? Right? It's like, that's hard to do. Sometimes I'm just sitting there with my back turned to her, working on my computer. Like, that's not fun. So it's like, I guess in summation, after sharing all of this, like it's on one side, it's like a major blessing to be able to work from home. I could be with my kid, drop the kid off at school, pick her up, be with my family and all that other stuff. Like, but it definitely comes like at a cost, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't have the productivity that I would have if I were just here all day long just to work.
Right.
But the upside is, the kids aren't going to be kids forever. And, if I have to choose between having like a more successful business with less stress, it's always different stress, but like less stress, and like being with my family, like I would do it every single time.
Right.
It's like, because once she starts going to kindergarten, it's like she's going to be out of the house from like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably like 6 to 7 hours a day. And then that's it. You don't get that time back anymore. Like the school career begins.
That's around the corner, bro.
And that's it.
It's literally around the corner.
Yeah. And realistically, because like my first daughter, she went to Montessori school and we had her doing half days. So she was there from like 9:30 to like 12:30. So we still got to spend a lot of time together. But if we put the second kid, if we put her in like full time, it's 3 years old, 2 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like they're in school. It's not daycare, it's school.
It's school.
So you get a year and a half, 2.5 years, and then the kid's basically gone. So yeah, it's terrible, but it's also great. And you got to spend the time now because it's not going to be there. And that is my TED Talk.
You know what? So we have the, I guess, blessing or the advantage of seeing the different levels. Because again, we have a 16, a 14, an 8, and a 15-month-old. 16 years old, 14 years old, 8-year-old, 15, almost 16-month-old in a couple of weeks. And we get to see the different dynamics. So we've been through this stage already 3 times. So we know, even though you think you know what's coming, each child has their own personality. Each one. Like this one, the 15-month-old, he's definitely, we thought that the 8-year-old was the daredevil of the group until this one came.
Right.
And he loves running into walls. He just runs into walls and hurts himself. Not hurt himself badly. He's not bruised up or anything. He's not cut up or anything like that. But he runs into a wall, and the wall's made of sheetrock. He bounces off. It is what it is. And he laughs. He gets a kick out of it. But we get to see the different dynamic of each child, and not one of them is like the other. And at least with the older two, they're kind of, not set in their ways. I don't want to say that because they're still developing as human beings. But we know what they go to school, they come home, they do their homework. We're not on them for anything. They get what they need to get done. They take their baths, they get themselves into bed, they wake themselves up in the morning. They're on cruise control at this point. Thank you to good parenting, of course. So I want to thank my amazing wife for that. I'm the one always at work. She definitely has a harder job than me. Right. She is home, making sure this home is a home. And make sure this house is a home, right? Okay. Keeping the family together. She is definitely the what do they call it? The keystone, right? The 8-year-old is beginning to go in cruise control a lot easier. Still have to help with homework. Still has some after school activity stuff that we have to pick up, drop off, things like that. But this 15-month-old, my dude, man, wow. Like you just said, the baby, like you have the baby's always on you, wants to be picked up, always has to be. He is, for the most part, running around exploring. But when he wants to be picked up, he will let you know. Like you feel like you just got in trouble at school or something. The way he yells at you, so he'll let us know, hey, I'm here. Get it together. But I know we're talking about recentering. I know my wife. She definitely has to recenter on a daily or weekly because it's a lot. It's a lot of work, and I know you're going through it right now. It's a lot of work, man. Anyone out there with a baby that's less than 2 years old, a lot of work. Give you a lot of credit because it ain't easy. It ain't easy, man. Just it's mentally draining.
I know we like to try to, I mean, it's a conversation, but we try to like give people tips and stuff. I guess for me, I try to go to bed at a decent hour when I can. After like a week of like just going to bed at like 3 o'clock in the morning, getting up, for like a feeding, maybe. Sometimes she sleeps through the night, sometimes she doesn't. And one thing that's really helpful for me is just getting rest. That's a good way of recentering. And it's like a couple of days ago, I think I got in bed. It was like 11 o'clock, and I got up at like 6, and it was like I wasn't tired when I woke up.
Mhm.
That was a lot of sleep for me. 7 hours was a lot of sleep because I'm usually getting like 3-4 hours of sleep, and it's
Mhm.
interrupted sleep at that.
Right. That's not sleep.
2 hours, 2 days of like decent sleep definitely helped. I feel good. Like it's 10, something right now. It's like 10:45. And excuse me, I don't have a good reason to stay up except maybe to eat some ice cream to like wash away these horrible feelings I've been having since we struggled to get on here tonight with the technology. But I don't have a good reason to stay up. So if I can get to bed before midnight, are you kidding? It's tremendous. Like even if I got up at 6:30, like I'm gonna be fresh as a daisy. So that's a big one for me, is just getting some sleep, just recharge my body. Other than that, God help you trying to find some time for yourself or whatever. Like if you're going through what I'm going through with the young kids and everything, like I don't know where you find the time, but if you can get to bed at a decent hour, I think that's like a pretty good way to recenter. How about you?
Yeah, again, I try, man.
You're about to sleep
I
right now.
I learned. No, I'm tired today. I'm not gonna. I'm tired. I went to. You know what it is? Last night we were watching. We try. We do our bonding, especially at night. Especially that helps because we'll do like watch a show together. We just sit on the couch and just talk about our day, or just talk about what's going on, things like that. And we do our bonding. But last night we stayed up a little late. I went to bed probably around 12:45. Knowing today, it was my day off, and turn off the TV. I know if I turn off the TV, I'm going to go to sleep easier. So let's say I fell asleep around 1. I knocked out. I still woke up at 4:48.
Dang.
I tried to go back to sleep. It felt like if, I closed my eyes, I was still awake. It felt like a half hour, 45 minutes went by, and then it was like 5:03.
That's
And I was
crazy.
like, you know what, I got to get up. So I get up, I stretch, I do my morning stretches, I drink my 2 liters of water. I chill out with the dog. I go downstairs, chill with the dog, and no, I can't sleep, man. Like 4 to 5 hours every night for the past. I don't even know. Can't even tell you. And the past couple of weeks just feel drained, man. Just drained. Because then even like today, I'm in the garage. I'm in the wood shop.
Right.
Got projects.
It doesn't end. It's not like it ends. You're so far.
I'm not complaining, by the way. I'm not complaining.
No, I'm speaking to somebody, like who's listening. Like it doesn't end. Like I was gonna say, you're so far ahead of where we are. Like we have young children. I mean, I want to take away from the fact like you also have a baby. Like like your kid, is a little older than my baby, but it's still like a little toddler.
Right.
And it literally doesn't end. Like even your older kids, like they're still your kids. And, I know from my parents, the way that they look after us. My dad called me today, and I texted him over the past couple of days, but I hadn't given him a call. And so he called me, my mom, hit me up, and it's like, hey, you're my child. Like, how you doing? I know when my parents are going to call. I know when enough time has elapsed that I'm going to get a phone call and be like, yo, where you at? And I think for some reason it seems to be worse with my dad because as a kid growing up, it's like, you didn't realize that he had feelings, because he was just like, come home and whoop you, and it's like, and as an adult, it's like, oh, like, he actually has feelings, and he loves me, which is great, but when he calls, I'm like, I know he's not happy that he hasn't heard from me. And he'll say it too. He's like, so where you been? What's going on? It's like, I'm sorry, man. Life has been lifing. Anyway, I would say like it doesn't end. You just have to figure out how to find those opportunities to recenter. You know, you just got to find those little pockets, you know, things that make you happy. And it's not like being around our families. It doesn't make us happy. You know, it's just, there's a lot to be done. I don't know if your eyes are closed and you're sleeping or if you froze, but I'm going to keep talking anyway. So, like I said to my wife the other day, I was like, I don't want to be boring and just talk about schedules. But what do you have going on tomorrow? What's going on with this or that? And sometimes that's how it is. You know, you're just talking about life stuff because it just doesn't stop. There's always something going on. You know, so you got to find those little pockets, you know, to just kind of recenter and enjoy one another. So yeah, man, that's what I got. That is what I got. Well, this has been probably one of the most stream of consciousness, lazy kind of episodes that we've done in a while. We're really happy anytime we get to have a conversation. Ken is unfortunately logged off, some type of internet connection issue. But, life is real. It's been lifing. And, we're doing our best to recenter, get back on the horse and get on here on a regular basis so that we can put these episodes out. And I'm probably going to log off and go to sleep now. And I hope that you got something out of this. Please feel free to put it in the comments, like, subscribe, and share with somebody who's on their personal development journey. And on behalf of Ken, peace. See you next week.